results are the best results that you could ever receive in this journey of trying to accomplish anything you put your mind to. A lot of people, when they get started and they're like, oh, I want to accomplish this, maybe you want to be a YouTuber, maybe you want to, I don't know, go to the NBA, maybe you want to be a doctor. It doesn't really matter. But when you wake up every day and you decide, these are the things that I want to accomplish, this is what I want to do with my life, I truly believe a big reason why everybody ends up giving up on themselves is because they believe that they're supposed to get results just because they are trying. But I'm here to tell you, at 28 years old, and I've been wanting to do content creation in some way, shape, or form since 2016. That's over 10 plus years now. The best thing to ever happen to me was to understand that the years of trying my hardest and receiving little to no results was the best thing that could have happened to me on this journey of accomplishing my goals. My name is Berto and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, just a little description of myself. Yes, I'm a YouTuber. This is one of my many channels. My main channel has over 200,000 subscribers. And while I'm nowhere near where I want to be in life, I've accomplished a decent amount of things on my journey of being a content creator. I also manage a lot of content creators that are bigger than myself, where all of them are making well over 6 figures a year. And I don't want to make this necessarily about money, but the reason I bring it up is that I hope that while watching this video, give me a chance to take, I don't know how long this video is going to end up being, 6 to 10, maybe even 15 minutes of your time to just slow down, sit down, and hear what I'm saying, because I genuinely believe if you take the advice that I'm giving you in this video and apply it to your life, you will achieve your goals. So let's dive a little bit deeper on what I'm actually talking about today. No results will bring you the best results. And what I truly mean by that is understanding that failure will actually bring you closer to your goals than you've ever imagined. But you have to accept the failure and understand how to apply it in a way where you can actually benefit from it. A lot of people say, I want to do something. I'm a YouTuber, so I'm going to use the example of being a YouTuber. A lot of people pick up the camera, whether they've probably been waiting years and years and years, seeing all their favorite creators make these videos, and then they say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a YouTuber, I'm going to be successful, and I'm going to, get millions of subscribers and get millions of views. Today's the day that I'm going to start my journey to be a YouTuber. So they go get their camera. Some of you guys might be smart enough to just say, fuck it, I don't need the camera. I'm going to use my phone like this. I'm recording this on the iPhone today. And you make your first YouTube video. And you're so excited. You might be showing your closest friends, or maybe you're a little bit shy and you don't show anyone, but you're still feeling it like, yes, I finally did it. I'm going to post my first YouTube video. You post it. And one day goes by. And maybe you're just a little bit more emotionally mature. You go, it's okay. It's okay. It's my first video. I have no subscribers right now. It's just fine. I think, what did I expect? 1 million views overnight? No way. You're a little bit more reasonable, right? Then a week goes by and you keep checking your phone and I still have only 1-2 views and 0 likes. Nobody's watching my video. So now that feeling starts to creep up on you, that feeling of failure, that feeling of you were so excited to do this thing and you put all this effort, maybe it's a super try hard video, you stayed up hours editing this video, and then you put it out there and nobody cares. Nobody watches it. Nobody congratulates you. You don't have any comments. Matter of fact, you have a fucking dislike. Nobody likes your content. The thing that you were so passionate about gets shitted on. Boom. You failed, essentially. And what happens to, I would say, 90% of people after that first failure is they decide, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm just not cut out to do this whole YouTube thing. And again, I just want to preference that YouTube is just the example that I'm giving, but insert your career and goal in the space of YouTube and the story is the same. You give up on yourself because you didn't receive that instant gratification right away. The gratification of, I tried, I succeeded, and now that I know I can do it, I will continue to go down this path. This is the problem that most people struggle with. Failure is holding you back from moving forward. But let me give you a different perspective. You posted that first video. You saw the dislike. You sit back to yourself, okay, this was only my first try. Let's try again. You post video number 2, same thing happens, month goes by. Post video number 3, same thing happens, month go by. You didn't change anything. You're just kind of essentially doing the same thing over and over again over the course of, I don't know, 3-4 months. And maybe let's just say you posted 10 videos and they all fucking sucked. Nobody liked them and you just failed 10 times in a row. But here's the difference. Something goes off in your head. You know, maybe I need to switch things up. Let me go watch some of my other favorite creators. Let me pay closer attention. You've just unlocked the person that is understanding. I need to learn. I need to keep looking around at the people that are inspiring me and see what makes their situation tick. And now before you know it, you're picking up new little tricks and tips to apply to your video. And then boom, you apply it. And the 12th video you post gets 100 views. Nothing crazy. Nothing monumental. Your life's not changing. You're not making any money. Shit, you probably gained, 2 subscribers from 100 views, right? But progression. And that leads us into the next point. If you fail enough times that you're able to understand why you're failing, what am I doing wrong? You address it. You do some research. You learn. You pay attention to the people that inspire you and start to apply that to your life. Now you can use that failure and turn it into something where you actually are going to learn and make that slow progression. And progression is where you want to be. A lot of people get too caught up in wanting to get from, you're at point A and you want to get to point B, but all you're thinking about is point B. But what you really need to be putting all your attention in is how are you going to get there? It's the progression, it's the journey. It is literally all the middle bullshit that is going to get you to point B. But you guys are so focused on the end result that you're not actually putting any thought into how you're going to achieve it. You have to fall in love with the process and not the result. Because here's the thing about the end result. The feeling of achieving and overcoming is only going to be temporary. There's always going to be something else that you're going to be chasing. There's always going to be the next problem. There's always going to be the next goal. And you will never be able to reach that next goal, that next thing, if you don't fall in love with the journey. And the journey is full of failure. Hence again, why I said in the beginning of this video, no results are the best results. Getting no results after you're doing something for however long and you see that is your cue to, okay, I need to learn something. I need to go get a book, do some research. I need to learn. Humble yourself. A lot of people forget that you're never too old to learn something. You're never too smart to be taught something. The moment you put your pride to the side and understand that you don't have it all figured out, that is officially gonna put you in a place where you can figure it out. A lot of you guys are blocking your own blessings because you fall in love with what you did because of how much effort you put into it. It doesn't really fucking matter how much effort you put into it. I don't care if you worked on your video or your project or your school project for fucking a month. Like, if nobody likes it, it fucking sucks. And that's the hard truth. But when you're able to put your pride to the side and say, okay, maybe I like it, and you know what? Maybe they just don't get it yet. So what I need to do is study what they like, understand how to apply it into what I'm doing, get their attention, and now maybe that they're more accepting of who I am and what I bring to the table, I can maybe spoon feed my own style into it. I don't want to get too off track here. These are honestly some lessons that I can make a whole video on themselves, but just a huge tip that I've gotten out of the book, 48 Laws of Power, is manipulation doesn't have to be a negative thing. What do I mean by that? Understanding your audience and understanding the people that you're trying to impress. Let's just say you work a 9-to-5 and you want that raise. You might need to manipulate your peers into giving you your position. Because on the contrary, you're so scared of the word manipulation, you're playing yourself out your position. When what you really need to be doing is making sure the people around you like you, you're being a good business partner, you're being very resourceful, whatever it is. Maybe it's just getting that cup of coffee for your boss every fucking morning. And now you're more of an asset to him for whatever reason. This is off the top. Obviously, everybody's situation is gonna be different. But if nobody likes the way you're moving, except for you, who are you really hurting? I do think there's a balance, and you shouldn't necessarily be putting on like fake faces for other people's happiness. But if you have a goal in mind and there's somebody of power in the middle of your road of you trying to achieve your goal, what do you think is the smarter thing to do? Be a jackass and do things that person that holds the power to give you what you want and piss them off and make them not like you for whatever reason? Or even if it's not a not like situation, you're not playing into their hand so that you can get what you want, or just fucking shut up, do what you got to do to get what you want so now you can move on with your life. That's just a sidetrack pro tip of winning and accomplishing shit in life. If you read the 48 Laws of Power, it gets more in depth about it, but don't be afraid to manipulate situations to your liking, because if you are the one, tinkering behind the scenes to get what you want, who's really in power? The person that you're quote unquote sucking up to, or you that's doing that to get what you want out of the situation? But anyway, back on track. You guys got to be able to put your pride to the side and understand that losing, failing, not accomplishing is just an opportunity for you to get better. Learn something from that failure. Learn something from getting no results and making a change. And y'all be scared to fucking change. Sometimes you gotta reinvent yourself to the point where you don't even recognize the person you're looking at anymore. But that's only if you want it. You're walking through life and you're like, hey, I'm good like this. I'm happy. Okay, well, shout out to you, man. But for the people that actually want to make a change in their life and you actually want to accomplish something, and when I say something, I keep bringing up like YouTube and content creation shit because that's just my truth. That's just my truth. That's what I do, right? But these same things can be applied to anything. Anything that you want to accomplish in this life, you got to be okay with failing. You got to be okay with understanding that this shit gonna take time. And the longer it takes, the more fulfilling it's gonna be when you overcome it. But it's not gonna be easy. Let me give you another scenario. Even if it is easy, even if you do get lucky, what happens to most people when they get lucky is boom, overnight success. Because you didn't fail or get no results for however many years and you didn't actually get to learn something and build skills, now you just sitting up here with the stars because you got lucky, you got your, overnight success, and you don't know how to handle that shit. You don't know what the fuck to do with it. You guys can Google this, but most people that win the lottery go broke very fucking fast. How you go fuck off all the millions and millions of dollars? Because you don't know what to do with it. You didn't earn that shit. You didn't put in the countless hours to figure out how to manage your money and how to invest properly. If we're just talking about money specifically, anything worth having is never going to happen overnight. I had to learn that the hard way because I'm 28 years old and there was a time in my life while trying to pursue this shit, I always had the, why me, man? Why is it not happening to me? Looking at your peers, looking at people that are in the same space as you and maybe even younger than you, blowing up and getting all this success, money, fast cars, all the things that you want. And you're looking at it and you're just like, fuck, I feel like I'm just as good, if not better than some of these guys. So why am I not getting it yet? But it's on God's timing, bro. But you got to show up. And you don't know when it's going to happen. But when it does, boy, that shit feels amazing, man. You got to slow down and appreciate the journey. Because here's another 100% fact. The feeling of overcoming, bro, that's got to be the best feeling in the world, man. Like, it almost, I don't want to say encourages, because you'd be a fool to put yourself in a negative situation. But it's like, when you going through that negative situation and you finally feel that click, you finally feel like, yo, I figured it out. Yo, it's happening. It's happening right now. I'm doing it. The thing that I prayed for and I worked for so many years or whatever, it's happening right now because I put the work in. I did that. I ain't get no handout. I built this with my fucking bare hands. My fucking fingertips are bleeding. I worked so hard. When you do that, when you get that feeling, bro, there's nothing that feels better than that. So don't be afraid to put the work in. And I promise you, that's the shit where you're going to look back and that's your legacy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to look back and talk to the people that you love, whether it's your kids, your family, whatever it is. And you'll be like, look, I went through this. I went through that. I went through this. And these are the lessons that I learned from them. Getting no results, failing, it's all full of lessons. And those lessons is what's going to help you win. So don't be afraid to fail. Accept it. Be happy that you're going to be able to overcome what you're going through.
Where you at, Berto?